Greetings, denizens of the internet and of the gaming world, or whatever you choose to identify yourself as. We've made it to the end of another year. 2018 is almost over. It's been quite the year for gaming, hasn't it? We've seen lots of changes come into play. We've seen that games, in the long run, might be. The face of how they work might be changing. I mean, everything seems to be online now. Most everything, not completely everything, but everything seems to be all about that online playability now, and that's sometimes good and sometimes bad. I've enjoyed a myriad of different games over this past year. I've got a little text file I keep of every game I've streamed or recorded. It's staggering to look at it. Quite frankly, it's quite staggering. You don't realise just how many hours you can put into something like this until you look back and say, okay then. That's a bit wow. But of the many games I have played this year, only one can be crowned the Game of the Year 2018. I remember the rules to this. It doesn't have to be a game that was released this year. It could be a game. It could be a game I've only just discovered this year. I've enjoyed the most this year. When it was released is not important. It's the game that's defined my year, enjoying this little hobby that I love. And without further ado, I shall now reveal my choice of the game of the year. Guess what, guys? It's a tie. We have ourselves a tie situation. There will not be a tiebreaker because I think both of these games deserve this award, quite frankly. And the first game, and this should be absolutely no surprise to some of you on my Discord, who knew very well my period of obsession with this, which may end up happening again at any time without warning. No Man's Sky, everybody. No Man's Sky. And I've just gotten the PS4 version today because I'm hoping to play it co-op with Cynical Chinchilla at some point. Plus it was like cheap as chips. This game was 10 quid. It's 10 quid to buy now. It's regularly on sale on PC. It's worth more than that, quite frankly. I paid full price to get it on PC when it came out, and I have not regretted my purchase since. And there's going to be some of you out there thinking, oh god, it's No Man's Sky. Everyone loves to hate that game, so there. Well, your opinion is your opinion, but this is my opinion. And I think No Man's Sky does not deserve the reputation it got. So, the game launched back in 2016, and it was a bit of a rough launch. There was a lot of features there that weren't there that maybe should have been. I don't know what exactly happened there, okay? I don't know what was going on with Hello Games. My personal thought is that it was more Sony's interference that kind of scuppered what they planned for the game. Maybe they planned to release it like that from the get-go. Maybe they got pushed into doing it. I don't know. But 2016 would have you believe this game was a complete write-off. Well, Hello Games at any point could have abandoned the game. They could have taken the money and run. And everybody knows this. Most game companies would probably have done that, quite frankly. I mean, yeah. But they didn't. They gave you a foundation of something special. The ability to fly through space, get in a ship, take off from a planet, and fly to any star that you can see and explore it and make it your own, in a way. You could come across other people at times. Yes, they went and added the proper multiplayer in. I think it was it earlier this year they did that? I'm sure it was, yeah. My brain's messed up. I don't know if they did something in 2017 or this year. But regardless, they have continued to build upon what they started. And now the game is far more fully fleshed out than it was. There's a whole host of new features. The base building was revamped, there's new vehicles, they improved the terrain generation system. They've gone out of their way to make the game better for those who supported them, and they're not even done with it yet. There's more coming. There's going to be more things we didn't see coming. I think by the end of it all, it's going to be the game that they promised. And yeah, I know maybe it should have been that game at the start. Maybe it should have been. I personally would have happily waited another however long it took if that was the case. But I think they didn't want people to wait any longer. And maybe it's not exactly the right way to do things, but it is the way things are getting done with games. I mean, look at Star Citizen. It's been completely crowdfunded. It's still in an alpha state. Yeah, it's getting there, you know. No Man's Sky is along a similar path to that. It's evolving over time to become the full game we wanted. And what a game it turned out to be. You can explore the universe that you can see beyond you. You can go anywhere. You can go to the centre of the universe. You can try and track down all manner of life on every planet. And every single one of those planets is completely different in some way. It throws you right out into the unknown. You never know what you're going to find next. It's just a lovely, chilled game to just sit down, relax, just jump in your ship, take off, go explore the world for an hour or two. That's all you gotta do. There's more to get into. You can start farming, become mega rich, get yourself one personal freighter, find that ship you saw one time, and hope it turns up as S-Class. The only game that I can compare to No Man's Sky is one called Noctis, which was made. It was a single guy who made it, and it's basically less. It's basically about the size, less size than something that goes on a floppy disk, and yet it gave you a vast universe to explore and catalogue. Such a weird and cool experience. And No Man's Sky evokes the same feeling in me as Noctis did. I wouldn't be surprised to learn that it was one of their inspirations for the game. But yeah, I have never hated No Man's Sky, even from day one. I was sat at my computer waiting for it to download at 6 PM my time that day. And even through its early rough times, I did get some enjoyment out of it. I did enjoy just going off on my own journey, seeing what I could find. That's where the game is its strongest. It's always different for every person who plays it. No one will ever see everything the game has, because there's something like 18 quintillion planets. We literally can't live long enough to see the entire game. But I did a calculation about how long it would take to explore the game. So there you go. It's got that. The generation system is absolutely astounding what it pulls off at times. And it's lovely to look at as well, quite frankly. It's especially on PC when you've got 60 FPS. I don't know about PS4 Pro, because I never had one of those. It probably runs about the same on there, I would imagine. But even at 30 FPS, it's a beautiful game to behold as you just travel across the stars on your own personal space odyssey. If you go into No Man's Sky with that kind of mindset, just setting out on your own epic journey across space, you will enjoy it a lot. Because you don't have to do all the base building, like slightly Minecrafty stuff that's in there. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. You know, you can play the game your way. There are things I'd like to see added in, such as maybe having your own proper fleet, as it were. Maybe multiple shifts you can go on. Get involved in maybe things like battling for control of sectors, that sort of thing. But I don't know if that will happen, because that's not what No Man's Sky is about. And I think that's where people have their expectations dashed. It's not going to be something like Star Citizen or the X games. It's its own thing. It's all about the journey for me. And that's why I've really enjoyed it this year. Really gotten back into it with all the updates. And that's why it's my game of the year, quite frankly. But it's not the only one. And I practically gave it away when I streamed it earlier this year. The second game, that is a tie, was released this year. It had been in an early access state for a while before then. It came out of that early access earlier this year, and that's when I jumped in and played it. I'm talking about Subnautica. I said back when I streamed it that was a shoo-in for Game of the Year, and it's made it. No Man's Sky chucks you into the unknown, lets you visit countless different worlds. Subnautica does it in a different way. It may not have pursued your generation, but it's got one heck of a detailed and storied world for you to uncover. You start off stranded on the planet after your main ship goes down a fiery blaze, and then it's just you and the ocean, and you gotta do your best to survive. And that, striking out into the shallow waters, going into the depths like that, Subnautica just, wow, really puts you in at the deep end, quite literally, in such a fun and well done way. And as a survival game goes, it's very easy to get into. It's not like other survival games where it just throws all this information, all these materials you have to get at you. Subnautica does it gently and allows you to enjoy it a lot more. And that feeling when you start building your base up, when you come across some hint as to what's going on. The story is really well told in Subnautica. You have to find the story for yourself, and you've got to venture further out, go a little deeper, come across something nasty every now and then, something that wants to rip your face off. It's a constant journey of discovery, piecing together what really is going on with that planet, and the little victories you get as well. You know, the first time you get a gun sorted out, the first time you learn how to build such and such, that moment you get to build your own submarine. Yes, all those little moments, they add up to make a wonderfully made adventure. And it's, to this day, the very best game featuring an underwater environment I've ever played. The water effects are so well done, the sea life feels real. Like it's an actual thing you could discover in real life, even though it's an alien planet. Things like the Reaper Leviathan are suitably terrifying. Remember, the first time I went over to the Aurora, I got chills just at the scale of it all. It was just incredible. And I was lucky enough to give that a try in VR as well. Subnautica VR is something else entirely. But you don't need VR to really get into it. It's such a fully, brilliantly well-realised game world. And the fact that it's now been released on consoles, I'm so happy for the developers that they've managed to pull that off. They deserve it. It's, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the best games I've played this year. And I keep comparing that and No Man's Sky, because they do have a lot of similar things that interplay between the two. They both take you on an epic journey, but in different ways. And I do think they both deserve to stand with each other like that. As for Subnautica, there's going to be the Below Zero standalone expansion coming out in 2019, which I do want to try. I know next to nothing about it. My one regret about Subnautica is I didn't go into it completely blind. I did know some of the stuff that happened, and I wish I could have played it blind, because that is the best way to experience it. Because you got no idea what's going on. You are left adrift in that little escape pod, and from there, it's all up to you. And it was just a wonderful experience to behold. If there's a game I could go back and play blind, it would be that one. Because I think if you get the chance to play it, you've never played it before, I envy you. I envy you very much. But yes, both fantastic open world games, both brilliant for exploration, sitting down just chilling a bit as well. They're both very good chill out games. I cannot recommend them both enough. Whatever platform you choose to play them on, I'm sure they're good on both. And that's pretty much all I have to say about them. You may disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine. You're within your right to do so. I know not everyone likes No Man's Sky. Some people might not like Subnautica, but I love them both. I quite enjoyed them. Feel free to let me know what your game of the year of 2018 was down below in the comments and all that jazz. And hey, we've all got our favourites. All got them. One thing I will say, another I should mention, is that the same game cannot be my game of the year twice in a row. Because Clone the Digital was up there again. That game's come a long way and it's just getting better with every little update they make to it. But that was last year's. But still definitely give that a look if that looks fun to you. More honourable mentions must go to Red Dead Redemption 2. Even though I feel like the game kind of lost a bit of steam near the end, especially with that epilogue. Too long, damn it, too long. But for Western action, for an extremely beautiful, detailed world, and the awesomeness that is Arthur Morgan, let's face it, Red Dead 2 was a damn good experience indeed. I've not yet tried the online. I'm waiting for Dan to get the game. Apparently he's going to get that, so I'd rather experience it alongside him. I'd enjoy it a lot more like that rather than just jumping in with strangers. Same as we did with GTA 5. But expect a stream of that at some point. And I guess one more mention must go to a late comer to the mix. Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's a good one, but it doesn't win my game of the year because it doesn't bring a whole lot new to the table that the other Smash games have done. If you love Smash, you're going to be happy with it. But it's unlike NMS and Subnautica, it's not unique enough to be worthy of a game of the year for me. But it's still very, very good indeed. Very good stuff. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you've had yourself a very good gaming year yourself. And I hope I was able to make you guys happy with all my streams and videos and all that jazz. I ain't stopping in 2019. I have many games I'd like to stream then. There's a couple very thematically related to the coming year that I plan to be playing. I'm going to be opening the year with a game that has 2019 in its title, which is a thing I like to do. I did it with EDF 2017 2 years ago. I forget what I started 2018 with, actually. Hold that thought. Nothing thematically rated this time, because I couldn't find a game of 2018 in it, I remember. But this time around, yes. So feel free to try and find it if you can. It probably won't be that hard to find. But I'll be resuming streams from the New Year. I'll be doing a new stream on New Year's Eve. Won't be a great big long, because unfortunately I have to work over time, but I got Christmas off, so I'm happy about it. I hope, once again, that you guys had a good year, and just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's watched me so much as, even interacted with my videos once throughout the year. You guys have kept the fire burning, if that makes sense. It's been an odd year for me doing this whole thing, because there's a lot of times I felt perpetually tired. I feel like that right now. I've got a head cold. I didn't sleep last night. But even when I'm feeling my most tired, you guys are like, "Whoosh, come on, Phoenix. Do the thing, Phoenix. We got your back." So that's really nice of you guys. Thanks for all the support you've given me over this year. Things have changed a little bit for me in regard of how I'm proceeding with all this stream business. For one thing, it is going to be mostly streams going into 2019. I'm not going to do many recorded videos anymore because hardly anyone watches them, quite frankly. I think it's just YouTube's algorithm CAC that's probably done it. If it weren't for the fact that I wanted a place to archive my videos so you guys could watch, I would probably kill my YouTube. because they suck, quite frankly. You guys know I got a bit shafted with them at the start of the year because the whole changing 100 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers thing. You know, I'd put in the work to get there, and then they just took it away from me like that. So, yeah. So, the other big thing that happened, of course, is Twitch affiliate, which is still quite amazing to think about. Twitch has now become my main platform. The Switch is pretty much complete. So you pretty much aren't going to see me stream on YouTube ever again, pretty much. Unless something comes out I decide to for some random reason. It could happen, but just the fact I made affiliate is nuts. I don't know. It's just... I can't help but look around other streamers, yes, some people I know as well, and think, you guys do this way better than me. Because half the time I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, I had in my head that a lot of streaming involves talking, and if you're not talking, then people are going to get bored. And maybe that's the wrong way to think, because some people like that. I don't know, but it's just a compulsion I have. I don't like to stop talking, even though I don't always know what to talk about. But you guys seem happy with me the way I am. And I don't know if streaming's ever going to be something that's going to put food on the table for me. But honestly, I'm just trying not to think about that anymore. Because I start thinking about that and I start getting moody and blah. And I shouldn't do that. Because at the end of the day, I didn't start doing this for that reason. I started doing it because I love video games, that's why. And it just felt like the right thing to do, you know? Still does. So, if something ever comes of it, then that'll be awesome. To be able to do this for a living would be fantastic. But even if it doesn't happen, I have a good time doing it, you know. I've made friends doing this. My God, I actually have something approaching a social life because of it. Seriously, most of my time socializing is through this. It's kind of nuts to think about, but you guys gave me that, you know. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, but you never had to. No, there's no rule saying, you've watched my streams, now you must stay here forever, and I must watch every stream. It's never been like that, guys. If you ever wanted to leave, not watch anymore, then that's entirely up to you. I'm not going to force you to stay. But it means a lot to me that you guys could want to watch, you continue to watch, even when I fail hardcore. Let's face it, even I can laugh at that. Even I can laugh at that. But yeah, this year's been weird in some ways, but towards the end it got better. It got better. And I'm ending it on a bit of a high, actually. It's been pretty good. I don't know what next year is going to bring me. My only plan next year is to go and visit my brother in October and stream a bunch of games I've decided to stream. Other than that, I'm just going to wing it. Because I think that's the best way. You can't plan too much. We will see what 2019 brings for all of us, I guess. But you can be sure of one thing. Your Phoenix is going to be right here, doing his thing. And on Twitch. Technically on Twitch, but also on here. You know. But I will be here, guys. For you to chill with, to laugh with, to cry with if you have to. And to burn the fire with. In a good way, not a pyromaniac way. But anyway, guys, I think I will leave this video here. I've been waffling on long enough. I think, yes. So, all the best to you and yours for 2019. Cheers very much for watching. Keep your fire burning. And I will see you guys next year.